What is up, Flick fans, and welcome back to my channel. I just watched Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom. So Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom is directed by J.A. Bayona. You have Bryce Dallas Howard and Chris Pratt returning, a brand new plot with a brand new story, and Jeff Goldblum. What could go wrong? First off, I have a special announcement at the end of the video, so I want you guys to stick around for that. But right now, I just want to get into this movie because I've been really itching to talk about it ever since I walked out of the theater. So if you guys don't know how my reviews work, I like to talk about the good, the bad, and then give you my score. Let's talk about the good. I'll start off with this. I didn't hate this movie. I didn't love it. I thought it was okay. I liked portions of it, and I had fun during parts, but I'm not going to say that I genuinely thought it was a good movie because I have problems with it. But I will start off with the good, and Chris Pratt is probably the biggest part of that because he had the most lines, the best dialogue, the things that made the theater either laugh or clap or get excited all came from Chris Pratt's character. He did really good in the first movie. He doesn't get a lot of fleshing out, but I don't really think he needs to for a film like this. It's Chris Pratt, you know, it's Chris Pratt. He was okay. Now, Bryce Dallas Howard, I thought she got fleshing out more in this movie than she did in the last one, but even that, they're kind of the same characters at the beginning of this film as they are at the end. Nothing really happens to make them a different person, which I don't think it needs to. I think it's okay if they do not get the development that we need, as long as we get that fun, entertaining dinosaur story, and we do get that for probably about 45 minutes of the movie. And I will say, that volcano scene, the entire amalgamation of events on that island, volcano, whatever you want to call it, I actually thought was really good. I thought it was very well directed. It was fun. It was action-packed. It wasn't the most fluent thing I've ever seen, but I had a really good time while I was watching it. And I'm like, wow, this is very intense, especially a scene when they go underwater. All of these things we saw in the trailer. I'll talk about that a little bit later, but everything that you see here works very well. Solid amounts of tension being built throughout the film, and I talked about the directing just a second ago. I think J.A. Bayona actually killed it here. He did a great job. My issues with the movie do not lie with him. I thought he was very good at giving you those creepy angles during parts. Even during the third act when I thought the movie fell apart, it was still very well directed, and I was interested about what was going on screen. It's just what was happening didn't really align with common sense. But I don't really think that's Bayona's fault. He did as good of a job as he could, and so did Chris Pratt. I really think they're the reason that I got entertainment from this film. And I actually really love some of the dinosaur scenes in this movie. There are scenes in here, scenes that far exceed the first Jurassic World as a particular scene, but as a movie, I still think I had more fun with the first one. I thought this one got really boring in parts, but we'll talk about that later. So I loved how this movie started, and I loved how this movie ended. Where this leaves off, while this movie wasn't the best, I'm still excited to see where this franchise is going to go. I'm just really nervous that Colin Trevorrow is coming back and writing the third one because it set up a very interesting premise. I just don't know if they can capitalize on it. And this movie's really hard to talk about without spoiling, so I may do a spoiler video next week when my really big Jurassic Park loving friend is in town from the military, but right now I will just tell you there were really good parts and pieces of this movie. I just don't know if they connected to make a cohesive story. A lot of flaws with this one. A lot of flaws that I can't really talk about in a non-spoiler video, so I will just do a little summary. When they leave the island, that's when the movie really starts to fall apart. It gets not uninteresting, but just a lot less interesting. There's a slight reveal with one of the characters at the end. It's not one that we know from the first movie. It's just one of the characters. You'll know when you see the movie, and it's something that is very interesting in concept, but what they do with this premise, they just hit on it once, and they don't ever really hit on it again, and that's what they do with multiple subjects. It's like, oh, dinosaurs are this. They should be treated this way. They talk about that at the beginning of the movie, and it's never really talked about again. They set up this premise in the middle of the movie, and it's never really hit on again. You continue to set these things up. I want to see these very interesting concepts that have been talked about in other Jurassic Park movies, but this is finally their chance to take advantage and do this better and do it more in this film, and they just don't do it. They start veering off in this really odd direction towards the end. A lot of these characters that make very dumb decisions in this situation, and a lot of it just really didn't work for me. I was really on board, and the movie was working, and it just started to bring it really far down, and I'm like, what? You are doing something so cool earlier, and now you're just messing it up. And you've watched the reviews, you've seen the complaints, how the third act falls apart. I'm not going to keep hitting the nail on the head, but when you watch the movie, you'll understand that some characters just do some dumb things. There are certain, I ain't spoiling anything, it's the side characters, the military guys, you know a lot of them are going to get eaten by dinosaurs, right? Well, the way that they get eaten is by making some of the dumbest and stupidest and most predictable decisions. And that's another thing with this movie. I saw a lot of the things coming. Oh, this character's about to hit that lever. This character's about to do this. Yeah, I saw that coming. Saw it coming. You didn't surprise me. The only thing that worked for those scenes was J.A. Bayona's directing, the way that he moved the camera, the cinematography in certain scenes, and the way the characters interacted without the level of bad dialogue. And there's just not much more I can say without spoiling, and I don't really want to give anything away because, frankly, all of the trailers, if you have watched, I think it was the second trailer, that gave away most of the movie, so congratulations. You know what you're in for, and you know the major scenes going in, so way to go, Universal. You just, way to go. I know it sounds like I'm just ragging on this movie, guys, but really I enjoyed portions of this film a lot, and I had a really good time with certain parts of it. So all that being said, I'm going to give this film a 58%. Not too bad. It's not a positive score, but it's close enough to 60 where I can round it to 3 stars on apps like Letterboxd and Stardust. I just can't get it to that fresh score because it fell apart so hard towards the end, even though it set up a really good premise for a third one. And you stuck around towards the end. First off, I want you guys to comment your thoughts on the movie. What did you think? Did you like it? Did you not like it? This weekend, I am doing a special collaboration video. I did this thing on Stardust where I asked, what is your favorite movie of the year so far? So you have until Saturday morning to download that app. Get on there. Tag me in your video. Make sure to @ me and make sure I am tagged and tell me what is your favorite movie of the year, and I will 100% include you in this video. I am including everyone. It is a special collaboration for my subscribers, but you only have one day because I will have to start making the video Saturday evening. So thank you guys so much for watching this video. I promise I will do another comment spotlight, but this video is long enough already. And I'm going to try, don't hold me to this, to rank the Jurassic Park films. It's not going to be too hard because frankly there's only one great one, but if you guys want another ranking video, that's one I can do. You guys are the absolute best, and I'll catch you later.